Well, Coach, I think you expected a very competitive match, and you got that tonight, didn't you?
Yeah, Mark, we got a chance to go watch them play Staples, and they played well then, and Melrose played well again tonight. So
the lineup of, first of all, Maddie Schuster serving, Tori Jennison in the middle, Sierra Corton on the left side. Why was that working so well tonight?
Yeah, the thing is, I thought in the first set we didn't incorporate our middles enough with Jenna and Tori, but then in the second and third and fourth, we got Tori and Jenna going in the middle and moving them around a little bit, and then that opens it up on the outside. If I don't care how good on the outside you are, if we're just going outside to Sierra all the time, she'll have a tough time out there. Double block's going to get there all the time. So once we were able to get a little offense going through Tori and then out to Sierra, then Sierra had a little easier time too, and Tori kind of had her way with them in the middle too. So.
Yeah, Tori Jennison, she stands 6'3", and when that ball is high and her hands are high, it is just so hard if you're the other team. How do you get to that ball?
Yeah, then that's exactly it. If she hits that ball high, she's tough to stop. If she jumps and hits it high, when she drops her elbow, then she's going to get blocked. But if she hits that thing high, that thing's going right to the floor. So, it was good. It was like, Mark, I think it was one of them. We didn't have a first round match to work out, them jitters a little bit, or first round of playoffs. So this was kind of it tonight. So, that first set, it was back and forth. And again, Mark, they played well. Not taking anything away from Melrose, they played well. And then we just answered the bell. So.
To have just a little bit of an edge, what areas do you look at in a match like this as you sit here and think and say, well, we did this just a little bit better than the other team tonight?
I think we blocked. I think offensively, I think Jenna and Sierra and Tori really were on, and we kind of mixed in Izzy and Heidi a little bit too, and kind of got them going. So we kind of moved it around a little bit, and then I think even Maddie Schuster, she had a couple nice swings from the outside. So I think, offensively, maybe a little bit defensively, but again, I sure am not going to say anything bad about Melrose. I thought they played decent tonight. I thought they really played well, and they came out and gave us everything we could handle. So.
I talk a lot about tonight and every match when I say free ball, and when the team says free, you know what that means is it kind of pick up the excitement a little bit.
Yeah, and the thing is about it, then, even like early on, Mark, we were getting free balls, but we were passing them, straight up 12, 13 feet off the net. Our setter wasn't gone and off to the net and to get it set, and we weren't running offense. And then once we started handling them free balls, and they did give us a lot of free balls. Mark, you got to make them pay when they give you a free ball. It's got to be bump set, and it has to come in from 3-4 feet off the net and let it rip. So, but it again, it was a good match, and we're on to St. Cloud Cathedral, and I got Matt down there watching them tonight. So we'll find out from there, and I'm sure that's going to be a good match too. So.
I always look at seniors who have to come through and kind of carry the load. When you look at your seniors, especially Jenna Kopinski-Vogt, Heidi Leeser, they come through for you, don't they?
Yeah, they do. I mean, I think Heidi served extremely well. There was times when we were passing the ball off the net a little bit, and then she was bump setting it a lot when we were passing it to the net. So once we got her to setting it again, but I thought she blocked pretty well. But they kind of tipped and pushed it off the block a little bit and had us scrambling a little bit. So, but you're right. I thought Heidi and Jenna, I thought they played very well. So it's always fun watching Sierra Corton hit the ball. She can just rip it, can't she? Yeah, she does. She hits it hard. There's times though, Mark, I'm like. Sierra, we passed it 12 feet off the net. There's nobody else we're going to go to besides to you, all right? You got to know you just can't rip it into the block because that Birch is big. She's a tall girl on that side. So, but so it was good, that was, but Sierra does. She puts she hits puts a lot of top spin on the ball, and she really takes a good rip at it. So the other part about that is too, we just gotta cover her a little bit and get up in there and cover and dig them balls back up. So, but overall, all in all, Mark, it was a pretty good night. So
I got to ask you though. All right, it's a competitive first set. Melrose wins. You're down 1-0. What are you talking about in the huddle there?
Just that, we're down 1-0. All right, and that's what as I said, it's the first 1 to 3. I said we're down. We kind of dug ourselves a hole, again, they played decent. We played maybe just a tad bit nervous, but it's not like we played bad. Maybe we didn't handle the ball as well as we should have, but once that kind of got back up to par, we were going. But I just, I was trying to be the calm one, Mark, believe it or not. Well, we're down 25-23, or we lose 25-23, and you're like, okay, hey, we're all right here. Let's get going. So.
Well, I keep thinking about the championship matchup at Perham, 2 sets in a row. It's 9-2 for them, and you call a timeout. But as we talked at that time too, you don't really sense any panic on the girls, do you?
Yeah, no, and I don't, and I think I think one of the things too, Mark, in set 1, they were triple blocking Tori. Hey, that means there's 3 girls covering the rest of the floor. So she just has to tip it around them, and she started it out with that tip to suck that defense up, and then turn around and work deep corner. So there's I know every team. We always talked about this. Every team has strengths and weaknesses, and you hope that our strengths are stronger than our weaknesses, and we hope we can take advantage of their weaknesses. So, but it was a good first match, Mark. That was fun, and it was nice to get going.
Mm-hmm.
We had 2 weeks off, so it's kind of like starting all over again.
Yeah, I got to touch on now St. Cloud Cathedral, what I know of them. They've got some taller players up front.
Yeah,
what is that going to do to you?
Yeah, they do. They got some girls up front that can block, and we're gonna have to block. I thought we blocked pretty well tonight, Mark. So. We're going to have to block well again then, and then we're going to have to hit smart. We got to hit around them tall girls in the front. We just can't rail it into them. We got to hit around them and keep it in play if we can. So,